going to the back, right?
No, absolutely not.
Why? What are you talking about? I'm your wife. Are you serious right now? We gotta keep having these type of conversations. Every time I link up with your mother, is always a problem. I'm in his life now, so why are you still here?
I'm always gonna be
okay.
Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Man Talk Monday. It's your boy, Derek Smith, the Thought Engineer. Got my man, comedian John Yogi. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, and I'm also riding in the front seat, sir.
You riding in the front seat. I know y'all just caught that intro, but we're going to get into that in a minute. But we just want to say, first of all, welcome to Man Talk Mondays. This is an open forum where we talk about everything from religion to politics to relationships. But of course, we do it from a man's perspective, right? Now, this is just not for just men only. We want everybody to join in, men, women, everybody, right? Now, how you participate, the comments, we want you to be part of the conversation, right? We want to hear what y'all got to say. If you got a comment, you got a question, throw it in the comments. We can see you in the comments. And then you can join into the conversation that way. But by all means, we just want y'all to be part of what we got going on tonight, because we got a good one for you tonight. We got a great one. Hot one. It's going to be hot. But before we get into that, let's get ready for Man Talk Monday News.
Good evening, and welcome to Man Talk Monday News with your host, John D. Blackman. Today's topic, the Lord and Facebook. So I was viewing Facebook the other day, and I stumbled across a post that said, if you love the Lord, like this page. So you trying to tell me that all the churching I have been doing over the last some odd years ain't good enough? You telling me that me missing out on all those summers while I was in VBS ain't good enough? You know, when I was young, we were at church so much till we changed our forwarding address to the church. We were so churchy, we drove the church van so we would always be prepared and ready when church broke out. We were so church that musicals went all night, even when they weren't supposed to. So since Jesus has now went social media, is that the only way that he knows that I love him? I have to hit like on your page? Wait a minute. So fasting and praying don't mean nothing? You mean to tell me whatever happened to being at church all day on Sunday? Whatever happened to missionary night? Whatever happened to usher board meeting and choir rehearsal? What happened to all that? I gotta now go to Facebook for Jesus to know that I love him? Some just don't seem right. What about all those summers when we was at Vacation Bible School the whole summer, just so the devil wouldn't catch you having no fun? Jesus, you telling me you got a Facebook page and ain't nobody told me nothing? I'm going to call Fooey on that one. Fooey, and Fooey. And get out of here. This has been Man Talk Monday News with your man, John D. Blackman. Good night and God.
But John D. Blackman was a little upset tonight.
You mentioned too much.
I feel him though, man. I don't like that. Somebody talk about if you scroll past this, you're gonna go ahead.
Jesus.
Come on,
Well, they not know how much fasting I done did. I don't get that fasting to where I should be able to get in on the buddy system.
Right.
But that's just me.
The thing people do to get a like on Facebook. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
All right. So
Well,
we won't prolong the time. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good topic for you tonight. So
we buckle in.
For tonight, husbands, who you riding for? Mama?
Who you with?
Or wifey? Who you with? Who you riding for? Mama or wife? You saw the intro. You saw the whole front seat scenario. But we're going to see who you riding for tonight. But before we get into that, we got our guest tonight joining us again. My boy, Mr. Anthony Burns, AB. What's going on, man?
What's up, fellas? What's up? Thank you for having me again.
Oh, man. Good to have you with us tonight. All right. So if you were paying any attention, people, I know you saw the intro. You saw the scenario with the young lady. Husband goes to pick up the young lady, his wife, and he got his mama with him. And, of course, now there's a battle for the front seat.
Yeah, started some trouble.
Because the wife is like, ma'am, you need to relinquish that seat so I can sit down. Right?
Right.
So I want to know, husbands, who you riding for? You gonna keep mama in the front seat and tell wifey, hey, you know what time it is, get in the back. Or you gonna say, hey, mama, can you get in the back real quick? What you gonna do? What would you do, John? What would you do?
Well, see, this is the thing, man. I just want to know something. What is the big deal with the seat? It's just a seat. When I pull up, if my mom in the front, just get in the back and I'm saying, hey, how you doing? And get in the back seat so we can go. We got somewhere to be. What is the big deal about the seat? And the reason why I ask, because if you pull up with your mama in the car, I'm gonna get in the back and I ain't gonna think twice about it. What does the front seat represent so to have y'all so upset? Get your behinds in the back and hush about it so we can go.
First seat represent clout, John. You got the clout if you in the front, just like the juice. You got the juice now. You got the juice now. You in the front seat. You got the juice now.
Who got the juice? Mama or wife? You gonna get the juice? Mama or wife?
Mama got the juice. Mama
don't want to let go of the juice. Wifey say, come on, give me the juice.
Okay, so Salita said it's about rank and respect. So is it disrespectful for mama to sit there?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. If I pull up like that, if I were to pull up like that and this is going on, it's two options. Either both of y'all gonna get in the back seat, just like they do them kids with them t-shirts, brother and sisters fighting. Y'all both gonna get in the back seat until you can get along, or either I'm gonna get in the back seat and one of y'all drive and we can handle it like that, because it really makes no sense for it to be like that unless one of them or both of them have some type of insecurity as far as losing the son or the husband. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like the son is leaning more towards the wife or the son is leaning more towards the mother. It's partial insecurities on them also. I feel that. Could it be?
John, you got a look on your face. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, man. I'm for the life of me. I'm like, I just, and I said it before. I just don't understand because this is not the first time that mama has did this to this guy. It's not the first time because the girl says every time we get around each other, this thing come up. And mom look like she got nails. She just got a hair. She feeling herself.
Right.
And she may not have. Her car may be on a fix or something. And this is her chance to show everybody what she doing, how she getting down. And why does the wife? Why is this so important? I mean, Because to me, there's something wrong with both you guys. If it's important like that to y'all, something's wrong. Something, as a matter of fact, something's so wrong. I'm gonna have the side door removed off the car. Well, I'm gonna just ride in the middle. Y'all tripping.
So, ladies, if you listen, let me know. Let me know. What is the big issue with the front seat? I want to hear from some ladies tonight. So, ladies, if you drop a comment, let us know what is the issue with the front seat, right? Was the guy wrong in, trying to negotiate with his wife, or should he be talking to his mama? How would you feel about it? All right. So Maurice says the front seat rider is like a co-captain. Mama automatically know, get in the back. I'm riding with the one that I wake up to. No question. Wow. So Maurice said, Mama, you know what time it is.
Now, that would be good if that was how it worked, but generally it don't work out that way. Generally it don't. Okay, I'm curious, Maurice. How does Mama know what time it is, Maurice? Do Mama automatically know? Is it a given? Do Mama automatically know? Do Mama have other kids, or do Mama just she know how to play her role?
That's a good question, because I don't just see Mama just playing her role. So Beatrice says, I want to control the radio. That is all. So as long as she got radio controls,
hey, she can get the auxiliary cord, or we can link into her phone and she can do it from the back seat.
Right, like they do in the Ubers. Huh?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, plug up. You can play what you want. You know what I'm saying? As long as you happy back there, you good.
Yes, you can sing and everything.
But it's something about the front. I remember, hey man, people used to fight over the front seat. Remember, you used to call shotgun all the time. Remember?
Yeah,
look, my kids do it all the time. Evan will try to, he'll try to take it from his brother, knowing his brother's 6'5" and he a foot shorter than him. And I'm like, you're not getting in that front seat. You're not gonna get in that front seat for your brother. So I don't know what it is about. It's magical or something.
It's something about the shotgun, man. So Yolanda says, if you coming to pick up wife, you should say mom in the back from the jump. So you should tell mom from the jump, Mom, you got to get in the back, right? How does that conversation go?
Yeah, how does
that conversation go there?
I need somebody to act that out, because
because Mama gonna
read that. I'm reading that.
Bruh, my wife, when she would come to my job and pick me up, and my daughter would be in the front seat. She was probably maybe 21, 22. And I would have to tell her, excuse me. Because she would sit there I'm like, I just don't, somebody please make me understand why the fight over the front seat, because it's a fight over that front seat.
All right.
So let me say this. Because I think of it, it's more, this is how I feel. It's more of a possession thing. One, the mother still wants the wife to know, hey, that's my son. And the wife wants the mother to know, well, he my husband now. Now, as far as the man goes, the mother nurtured him, raised him. He saw his mama go through every struggle, saw her go through everything. So she not going nowhere. Whereas with the wife is leaving to come to the husband, where the husband is to support her, is to be supportive of her, because she's leaving where she was to come to him. So he's supposed to be that supportive person, that supportive, that support for her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they battle. It's like they're battling with that.
But
that's where the insecurities come.
Let me get Lachelle Nika. She says, if the wife knows she is number one in her husband's life, I don't think it should matter.
That's all I'm saying.
You got a point. But all right, so is the argument really about the wife and the mother-in-law? Is it more about the man? Is it more about
what I'm saying, man? It's like they still are possessed. It's like a possessive. It's like the man is a possession to them. Who does he really belong to? It's How
See what it boiled down to is who get the check. Who get the check? When he get paid, where the money go? If the money
to that wife,
whoever the money go to, girl, I won't be worried about the front seat because chances are you in the front seat of your car.
Okay. So, look, that's a whole new scenario. So women, tell me, you got a problem with your husband giving his mama money? Do mama call for money and he give her money? You got a problem with it? we're gonna dig off into this. All right. So Monique says, I believe the question is, why does mama think it's okay to ask the wife to go to the back seat instead of getting in the back? How does she feel like she has the audacity and the gall to say, baby, you need to get in the back?
Why does Monique feel like that she should have the audacity or gall to ask that old woman who just got her hair and her nails done to get in the back seat? What both of them? It's a window on the outside. Everybody can hang out the window, be cute. Everybody can. Somebody explain. Help me out. Help me explain to me.
Well, you gotta listen. We talk about the front seat. It's something about the front seat. It's not about the front seat as a seat to sit in. It is the front seat represents importance.
Yeah, right.
It represents value. So we gotta wonder.
Does it though?
Is the wife fighting for the front seat, or is she fighting for value, competing with their mother?
She fighting for position. You know, she's fighting for position. You know, the mom has to let go. The mother has to let go, but it's up. I feel like it's up to the son to let the mother know, hey, you gonna always be the mother. You gonna always be my mother. You gonna always be that woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you gave birth to me. I seen what you've been through. I know you gonna be there for me, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong.
In the same way you point that out, mama point that out to let you know how you gonna act with me and try to put me in the back seat when I did all this for you. I done cooked your dinners when you were sick and all that kind of stuff. I took care of you for 9 months. I care. In this time, no charge. The whole night, she gonna run it down to you.
She will always be your mama, but that woman that you try to put in the backseat for may not always be your wife.
Amen.
Okay, why not?
Amen. I mean, why not?
Things happen, D. Things happen. Things happen.
Things happen.
So Brittany say, are sons afraid to correct their mama?
Well, we're not afraid.
What would you call it?
I've never. It's a way to correct your mama. Now, if you disrespectful when correcting her, then you should be afraid because she coming upside your head with something. But if you're respectful and you can put your parent in their place, but you have to be respectful when you do it.
Well, you're right. You're right. But let me say this: there is some conversation that's being had, not about the front seat, but it's about that woman with your mom. Normally a mom, if a mom see you all into that woman and she your everything, moms would generally back off by the conversation that they hear about. Most of the time, when we get around our mom and we tip in and not, when I say tipping, I mean we're not really we're not talking as confidently about our spouses as we should be. And mom picks up on that there might be room for me to slide in the front seat, or there might be trouble in paradise. And I'm simply saying,
okay, so
that's the point.
Right. You got mama and you got wifey, they're in the same room or at the same place. Why would a man have to walk on eggshells in that situation? What is he not doing? What is he not saying? All right, so let me go real quick. So then it says, obviously, a contentious relationship. So the husband should have acted accordingly. I would have offered the front to my mother-in-law, but if she came at me like that woman did, I would pull rank. So if mama jumped crazy, the wife said, I gotta assert my position and be like, hey, I'm the wife. You need to
and she rightfully so has that. She has that right to do it. But my suggestion.
We're talking about black mamas, man.
I know, you're right. But
black mamas, man.
You're right. But at the same time, she has the right to express herself. But that man should step in, and then once he saw his mom doing something like that, it's for him to step in and be like, "Hey, look, mom, no disrespect, but that is my wife. It's no kind of ailment, I mean, well, we talking about a front seat or whatever, but we really is really more into it than the actual physical car or whatever, that. But it's you put your mom, you gotta talk to your mom respectfully. You gotta be, look, mom, she's right. You're gonna have to step back, like John said earlier, is it something going on with the relationship to where the mother feels like she needs to step up and stay in the rank that she was in before the marriage happened? Or is the marriage, is he into this woman like he says so, and the love is shown, and he's got the confidence in her and himself, and the mother knows to fall back because she knows, okay, this is a good and real relationship. And the mother, like John say, will fall back.
What you saying, John?
It just depends, man, on whether that lady, and this what women have to realize. All the women that got comments about she need to get in the bag, she do this. One day, that woman that won't get in the back seat might be you.
It's gonna be her.
And so generally what happens if that woman don't have a guy, if your mom don't have a guy and she's single, she gonna cling to you a little bit more than she probably should. And that's generally when we have problems, because we know she don't have nobody. So we don't want to hurt her feelings. Say, girl, if you don't get in that back seat, I'm gonna get the captain. So
okay. All right. So do mother-in-laws act better when they have their own man?
Absolutely they do. Well, but for the most part, I believe they do.
Hey, well, you know what though? It's that could go either way. Because if he a mama's boy, she gonna do whatever anyway,
Yeah, but generally that dad will say something. That dad normally would get in though and say, "Hey, babe, hey,
let them be.
Let them do that, girl." Normally, dad would do that. Unless if he ain't doing that and she running over him, it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
So typically we need a father-in-law to kind of balance it out.
We need somebody. We need to be able to look at somebody and say,
look, hey, we need a father-in-law, big brother.
Yeah,
big brother already went through it, probably.
Right. So hey, look, help me. Hey, help me.
But then I have to say he handled it right. All right.
Yeah.
So Brittany said define man, right? Okay, define man. Because I said now the mother-in-law has her own man. So she said define man.
Are we defining man for the mother-in-law?
No, for the mother-in-law. For the mother-in-law.
Her husband. I mean, if she has a husband,
she got somebody in her life. She has
a significant other. That's
somebody. I never say it can't be no boyfriend.
Nah, it's got to be.
He ain't telling her serious. It's got to be.
It's got to be serious.
But most of the time, if he would tell her, it would if he would tell her, he'll say, "Come on, babe, I got you." She would be up on him. Most of them, she would be with the son, though, right? Because this lady that's riding the car, she ain't got no man. She ain't got no man.
All right. So Brittany say, I feel like if she has a man in her life, she will not be as invested in her son's life or relationship. Let's flip it for a second, because if it's just been mom and son. If it's just been mom and son, once she get a man, he gonna trip.
That's true. Well, yes and no.
Okay.
What I have found from friends of mine, that generally if mom start dating somebody and he's not, no, that's not true. Because mom can be dating somebody and he'll feel some kind of way about it because he want mom there for him like she's always been. He could be in a relationship with somebody and he still will want mom there for him. So yeah. Hey,
mom used to say the big piece of chicken for him. Now she's saving it for Larry. Larry get the big piece of chicken now. You gonna get the big piece of chicken. Brother gonna feel some kind of way if he don't get the big piece.
Yeah,
You know?
he walk in there and boy got bunny hopping in there with mama. He gonna,
like Melvin.
Larry sharing the big chicken with mama.
He's straight Melvin in there cooking eggs, you know.
He is. Yeah.
Why you got him up in here like that, right? You know what I'm saying? So Beatrice says, my mother-in-law and I have a quick game of rock, paper, scissors, and we done. I prefer the back seat so I can lay down and enjoy the ride. You got a boy. She said they play paper, rock, scissors. Right. So that means she got a better relationship with her mother-in-law. Okay, Yolanda says, what kind of mama's boys are they raising?
Oh,
what kind of
mama's boys?
Let
me say this. This thing, because I'm a mama's boy. Now, and the reason why I say that is because when we were growing up, me and my mom, let me see how to say, I remember a lot of stuff that we went through, kind of like JB was saying. I remember a lot of what we went through, and closer because I remember a lot of stuff that I saw, a lot of stuff, and I remember a lot of stuff that she went through. So it makes me closer to her because I empathize and I sympathize with her. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to me having a girlfriend, she never liked none of my girlfriends, and we're still not sure if she liked my wife. So, oh, she loved my wife. I'm playing.
Cats out the bag, brother.
But I get it. I get it though. But one thing about me, I knew that when I got married, I knew what I needed to do, and I did it. I ain't have to have no conversations. I did. Like, hey, this is the missus right here. This mom. This is my wife. And
hey, I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry. No, finish, John. I'm sorry, man. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No. I'm good. Go ahead. I'm sure you got something.
So let's say this. What about maturity level, mother wise and wife wise?
Well, and that's the thing, man. And I think that's the thing that's not being talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to kind of mature to a certain place,
right?
Because first of all, if I would hope that we will be mature enough to where you guys will be getting along, because they fighting about everything. It ain't just the front seat; they fight everything. That when it comes to this guy,
right? Exactly.
So, and it just spill it over into the car. But they hadn't been getting along the whole time anyway. So you would hope that people would be more mature about it and be able to, because listen, if there's a mutual respect for mom and daughter-in-law, that it won't even come up.
Yeah, neither one of them would be fighting for position, because the mother would be the mother will be pressing upon the son. Hey, you have a wonderful, beautiful wife. You need to be handling your business, doing what you're supposed to do towards that woman. That's the woman that you.
So you saying that the fact that the mother-in-law has an issue is because something that the son hasn't communicated about wifey?
It could be that. It could be that, or like John, it had to be something. They got some other issues. You know, maybe they clashed before, or it's something she know that went on. It's something that she knows that happened between the husband and the wife, or the reason why she's not giving that lady the respect that she deserves as a wife. Something had to happen in between.
Okay, so how would you have handled this? How should it have been handled?
I told you, either they both don't get in the back seat tied together, or either I'm gonna get in the back seat and they can drive up front together. The wife can drive and the mama can stay in the seat on where she's at. And then once I get to where I am, I'm gonna have a talk with my wife separately, and then I'm gonna have a talk with my mother separately. And then and while I'm talking to both of them, hey, all three of us need to come together and we need to speak on this and squash this battle that y'all have amongst each other.
Okay, let me get Monique's comment before I get to you, John. I want to hear what you got to say. She says, I love the idea of the mother-in-law and wife relationship. Should they have a positive relationship? If a genuine relationship is formed, many stressors will subside. All right. Now you're talking about a contention that's kind of built in, right? It's always been kind of
yes,
historical that there's an issue between the mother-in-law and the wife. How do we get past it? What are you saying, John? How should it be done?
I'm simply saying you don't. Wives and mother-in-laws don't have to. They don't have to love each other and hang out together, but there should at least be a mutual respect for one another. And if you have a mutual respect and respect the boundaries that each of them have, because again, when they're in the house and they bickering and fussing because they started in the house first, some boundaries and a matter of mutual respect has to be had then, and it has to be, the law has to be laid down by the husband, by the guy to say, hey, listen, guys, I love you, know, mama, you know, I love you, 100 grand, baby, you know, I love you, but we got to be better than this. We better than this.
Right.
We better than this because I'm gonna be here. You're gonna be here. You're gonna be here. We gotta do better than this.
Is that conversation easy though?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Listen,
no.
let me tell you something. That conversation is easier than trying to get your mama out of the front seat outside in front of everybody and your daughter standing there yelling ass on Facebook. It's easier than that conversation.
Facts. That's facts.
The
Somebody gonna be bleeding.
Because most of the time we're afraid to have those conversations until they're ready to blow up. If you had this conversation from the beginning, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
Okay. All right. So Tim says, I'm taking my wife's side because I understand the concept of leaving and cleaving to my wife. Right. So you talk about leaving and cleaving. The Bible's talking about, now it says, now this is what the Bible says. It says, the man should leave and cleave, right?
Mm-hmm.
The man should leave and cleave. So if the mother won't let go, how does the man deal with her not letting go? Because he's trying to form a whole new thing with his wife.
Well, that's the conversation that need to be had with him and her, though. And that conversation has nothing to do with the woman. That's the conversation that he need to pull us aside and say, hey, mom, look, I've noticed that you haven't been really nice to Monique. And even though Monique got her seasons and she got her way, but I'm just simply saying that I love her and this is the woman that I'm gonna be with. And I would ask from the bottom of my heart, can I get you to respect that? Can I get you to respect that and respect her?
So basically, the conversation should happen before we get to this.
Listen. If you think we don't know our mamas, you lying. We lying to y'all. We know our mama. I know my mama. I love her so, but I love my mama.
Are you willing to sacrifice the Thanksgiving dinners, the Sunday dinners? Are you willing to sacrifice all that?
No, I'm simply saying.
Hey, the wife better know how to cook. I tell you that.
But it shouldn't be a sacrifice. But it should. So you saying it should be a sacrifice? It shouldn't be a sacrifice. You're not telling mama nothing that's wrong, even if she don't agree with it. You're not telling her that you're not going to be in her life. You simply saying, "Mom, come on now, come on."
Okay,
and that's where the maturity level comes. You know, that's where the maturity level comes on the mom's part. You know, she got to understand. She got to see that, hey, my son is doing what he's supposed to do, and that is cleave to his wife.
Okay, but all right. So Brittany says, I will let my husband handle it because I'm not giving my mother-in-law the satisfaction of getting me out of character. So I ain't gonna let my mother-in-law take me there, right? Because mama will married, right?
Now that's respect, but you know what though? But that's just her. You know, that's respect for her elders, and with her passing it back to him like that, you shouldn't even have to pass it back to him. He should take care of it. I feel like that. It goes both ways. If you have something like say the issue is with a father-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
Should you go attack this man for something that you don't agree with him on because of the daughter, because he say, nah, this is how we do it in my household, this is how it's gonna be, or should the daughter go do it? or are you not being a man because you don't go man up to her father?
But see, the problem is we're not really taught how to deal with this stuff. We don't go to counseling like we supposed to. We don't go and talk about this stuff to people outside of the people that we know, outside of our homeboys or homegirls. We need to be talking to people about these type of issues because they generally come up. And it's funny because people think that these are isolated incidents, but they not. They come up. That kind of stuff come up all the time, and we don't talk to people about it, or we're not honest when we're talking about it. Because there's no way my wife dad could do something to make me want to jump on him. He got way too many guns in his house. There is no way. There is no way.
You got that act right around there,
brother. I'm just saying, how you doing? Well, hey man, but you need anything? Because I'm good. Because he got guns anyway.
Okay, so let's say mom come over to the house, right? She all in everything. She in the cabinets like she on the place. But then she go into the bedroom like now this is the sanctuary, right? Mom go into the bedroom like she, you know what I'm saying, like she lived there. Mom ain't knocking on them doors and nothing. She just busting up in there, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I had one time to where my mom was over to the house and I was in my bedroom. I was watching TV. And my mom knocked on the door. She said, "What you looking at?" I said, I told her what it was. And she came down and she laid on the bed. We watching TV, not thinking nothing about nothing. And so my mom gets up and she passes my wife and she said, "Oh, girl, y'all got I love that bed y'all got. It's really nice." And I was like,
Danger, Will Robinson.
Don't say nothing. Just leave out of here. Don't say nothing. But like you're saying, like she said, I'm agree with her. No woman should have to say nothing to her mother-in-law. It should be done by the husband. She should go to her husband and say, "Hey, listen, you're gonna have to get your mom because she's doing this, do that." Because after a while, he gonna get tired of hearing her talk about moms, and eventually he gonna do something about it because he have to.
Does she have to nag and wear him down?
That's what they do. See, that's what they do.
They nag us and wear us down.
Beat us down, brother. That's who they. Listen, they can't help it. That's just who they are.
Yeah.
Back in Galatians 17:33, it said, "I shall beat thee to the ground."
He said Galatians 17:33.
That's Old Testament, brother. That's Old Testament.
Galatians got like six books. All right, so boundaries. We talk about because it's really talking about boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about boundaries. So we got married couples and especially newly married couples, right? And this is their first. They starting to see some of the stuff we're talking about, but boundaries should be set. So who should set boundaries with who?
So are you saying as far as I mean with the in-laws, right? With
in-laws, period. Yeah, with in-laws. So let me get Monique. Monique says you should have set boundaries. You should have to set boundaries with just like you do with everyone else, especially in our home, right? So before it comes to issue, you should deal with it. But who's setting the boundaries for who? We talk about
you should be. Well, first of all, I should set my own boundaries for my parents. They should that should be understood. That should be understood with them. Look, hey, they set boundaries with us in their house, right? So I need to set boundaries with them in my house. This is my house now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still your child, but this is my house. I'm not under your roof. Now you coming into my domains. So I should set that with my parents, and she should set the same boundaries with her parents. We shouldn't cross each other, and now I'm telling your parents what they need to be doing or not doing in our house. You should already tell them, and you don't need to tell my parents that. We should have that already understood. And if any of them cross those barriers, you go handle your parents, and I'm gonna go handle my parents. That way, we not into it with each other because they trying to put us against each other because we done put them back in their place where they supposed to be. Right?
So we got Pastor Sam chiming in. He says, I got on late. You all need to start over. I am behind. so let me catch you up, Pastor. Let me catch you up. So basically, we showed a video clip earlier where there was an incident. The man, he goes to pick up his wife. Now, he goes to pick up his wife, but his mother is in the car. She's in the front seat, right? The wife goes to the front seat, to the door of the front seat, like, I need you to move. And the husband starts trying to negotiate the wife. She's like, no, why is this always got to be an issue whenever me and your mama get around? So that was a fight for the front seat, which we feel like was probably metaphorical for what was going on in the relationship, period. So that's where we are. We're talking about the boundaries that should be set when we're talking about in-laws. What'd you say, Joe?
Well, I just don't. I mean, I understand, and that really sounds good, man, about setting your boundaries with your parents and her and her. But man, I don't know. I guess I just feel like my daughter, when she gets with her husband, don't have to tell me what me and my wife boundaries are, because we know.
It's understood.
Because it's understood already.
Hold on. Are men more easygoing than women in this situation?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Because I don't care about, as long as you're not touching her, I don't care about nothing else. You can do whatever you want to do. As long as you taking care of her, she happy. Okay, but women gonna be different. But now I'm gonna pull my wife coattail if I think she's doing too much.
So you gonna pull the wife coattail? I'm
gonna pull my wife coattail. Don't nobody else have to do it because I'm gonna get her. Just like she'll get me if she thought I was doing too much.
Okay, because we talk about a lot of people got single parent homes. What happens if husband not there? If father not there?
Mama running rampant. Mama all over the place. Mama all over the place, bro. I am so boy.
All right, Monique says, I believe both the husband and the wife can sit down as a team, discuss it, and talk to your parents. Be sure your husband or wife is in agreement.
You know, it's different. It's hard for me to really get, but man, because I have heard of people that kind of go through this with the moms and stuff, brother, and it's a nightmare to the women involved what the moms do. So as guys, and see, guys, we know when our mom is something special. All women are something special, but there's none like ours, and we know how she is, and we need to kind of deal with her when we thinking about having a relationship with somebody else. Say, hey, mom, whoa. I know you love me. You know I love you, but this is what we can't do. Because it's not the first time. That is mom's track record. That's what mom do. Because it ain't new to her.
All right, so pastors say they have deeper issues.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Remember, I was like, it's something else. It's another issue going on between them to make the mother roll up like they're like, get your behind in the back. And to make the wife be like, nah, this is my place now. You get your little old self back there in the back, or you can be left on the curb, So it's some deeper.
Well, the son probably had just got mom hair done and got the nails and stuff done. And so she feel, that's her son. She feeling herself. I get it. But all that should be on the strength of, hey, mom, I got you here. I'm doing this for you. But hey, when it comes to babe, that's who it is. And I think, like I said earlier, the reason why there is an issue, because there's the issue with the guy and the girl. This don't have nothing to do with mom. As much as people think it has to do with mom, it don't have to do with mom. Because if the video goes on, he's trying to explain to her why his mom should be in the front seat. So it don't have nothing to do with mom. It has everything to do with that guy.
So Ron said most definitely. Okay. All right. Because I was listening to a guy and he was talking about he was having an issue with his daughter. And he said his daughter, she had some toys, but she was at her birthday party and she was not wanting to share. She didn't want to share her toys. And he said he tried everything to get her to share. He tried bribing her. And finally he resorted to his position as daddy. He just took the toys and said, hey, y'all play with these and make her get in line. But he said he realized that she didn't have time to feel ownership of the toys to where she was free to give them up. So, thinking about that, maybe that wife doesn't feel like husband is locked in enough where she cool with mama. Just oh yeah, you go ahead and ride in the front seat. I ride in the front seat every other time, so you can go and have that time. You know what I'm saying? So right. I think John has probably got some. He's saying something now because that work between husband and wife, there's something else there that needs to be dealt with, and mama is just a catalyst to expose what's probably going on.
Well, and then too, as daughters, we can't be so easily rattled because mom is coming. Because it's funny because I asked my wife about this. She said, "Oh, I would have just came over to your side of the car and told you I was gonna drive," and I was like, "Okay," and I would have gotten the back, and that would have been the end. So
that's rational.
That's what we don't want to be. That's what we don't want to be
because it's not about the front seat. We just said it's not about the front seat. So Fred said men are a lot less confrontational and territorial than women. I do, but I think we got our line that we draw, but typically it's a lot looser than what the woman has said, right? Yeah. But that's rational thinking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll just drive. All right, so let's say the wife goes around and say, okay, I'll drive. Husband goes get in the back seat, and mom looking like, what you doing?
Yeah.
Nah, I want you up here.
All right. Well, but that's where he gonna have to come in and he gonna have to shut the mom down and be like, I'm gonna get in the back. Let's roll. I'm gonna step back here. Let's keep it moving. Let's go.
Yeah, but I think if we did that, I don't think mom would. If that was happening, I don't think mom would probably be shocked, but I don't think she would say nothing against that because she's still sitting there. And it, as a matter of fact, both of them being in the front seat may need to represent something for both of them. I love you guys both. I love you guys equally. Mom, I love you, and whoever you are over here, I love you too.
So Monique says, quick question. How are husbands' conversations with their mom concerning the wife?
And
is it respectful?
And see, that's what I said. And because the first time you show disrespect for that woman in front of your mom gonna carry it too.
Oh. So you saying the husband is probably showing disrespect towards the wife.
He has to, because he has to co-sign for her activity, what she's doing. He has to co-sign for it. Now, you either can co-sign by being quiet, or you either can co-sign by saying too much, more than you're supposed to say. But one way or another, you co-signing for the activity that's going on with your mom.
Yes, he did. You're right. He did. So maybe he's not. Yeah, maybe he's not showing as much respect for his wife to his mother for his mama to understand. Hey, look, you gonna have to get. You know what I'm saying? She's the first lady now. Yeah. I know you gonna always be there, mama, but this is the first lady right now. So he hasn't put that across for her to feel that comfortable to be like, get your behind, you know what I'm saying? I'm running this.
But think about this.
What'd you say, John?
Mom and son will talk. Mom will be absolutely open with her son about how she feels about the woman. Mm-hmm. Mom won't hold nothing back. She won't pull no punches. And it's up to that son to let his mom know, hey, she may not like this. She may have a wooden leg. She may have a bad arm, and her wig don't always be on straight. But I love her. But I love that woman. And you're not going to talk about her. We're going to do something about that leg and all that. Don't you talk about her. I love her.
All right, Ryan says, shouldn't the wife allow mom to sit in the front seat because she's an older woman?
No.
That ain't flying, right?
It's not gonna fly. Come on,
man. All right, so Ryan said, well, y'all gotta call medevac to get mom out the back seat. The wife gonna feel bad.
Well, and the reason
you think she gonna feel bad, she gonna be like, well,
and this thing. But now, if the relationship was right, there's no doubt in my mind that mom can ride in the front. If the relationship was like if there was a matter of respect going both ways, there's no doubt in my mind that lady would say, girl, go on. I know you got them bad knees and one about to come off. Gone. Stay up in the front.
Oh, okay. All right. So Pastor says, yes, I think she should. Okay. So this is Man Talk Money. We try to help people out, right? So let's talk to some fellas right now. How should fellas deal with this situation? Contention between wife and mom. How should fellas deal with it?
Well, I think the guys, because we know our wives and we know our moms. We know the good and bad in both of them. We know that we have to say something to diffuse whatever's on between them. Now, as a guy, I also know if this is really going to be something serious over here, or even if I want to be wasting my time with it, because my mom, I can't really get my mom right if I'm not right with this woman over here, and I'm just playing with her. So I got to be serious. I got to be serious about this before I can even take this to my mom, because my mom knows whether or not I'm a hoe or whether or not I'm a go. So she knows. So I got to be honest about where the relationship is before I can even come to her, because she know I run. She know how I am with the women. She know all the stuff about me, and she's calculating that into whoever I bring in front of. So you got to be honest with yourself and with your mom is about what you're gonna do with this woman. And when then your mom, I think your mom then will understand. Okay, all right.
You not being honest with your mom, like you just said, John. It's gonna show, because it's gonna show how she treats that woman that you with. It's gonna show by the fact that she gonna look at that other woman like, you just temporary, so we gonna be like this. I'm gonna continue to be like this. I know you're temporary, and she might let that slip out. She might let that slip out and tell that woman, you just temporary. You think you in there, but you temporary. I know it.
Oh, brother, you do not want to go home after that. Let me get Monique real quick. Monique says, right. When issues arise in their marriage, all should not be shared with your mom. So keep it in the house. What are you saying, John?
Well, I'm just simply saying, man, one of the things we have to do, you have to have the pulse. You have to have the pulse of the family in the house with you. Now, and to be honest, whether this is a fly by night or not, there still should be a level of respect both ways, regardless of what's going on. Regardless, there still should be a level of respect. Because the last thing you want is somebody to feel like they can disrespect your mom. But if mom keep doing what she do, she might, if she says, think about what's the worst thing that can happen. She say something sideways to your mom. Now, you say, well, they could fight or something. No, I don't think they would fight. But if she says something sideways to her, there ain't no coming. You can't take that back. If she call your mama one-eyed, one-leg, her, I'm telling you, you ain't taking that. That can't come back. And she better not throw no truth in it, because it ain't coming back.
Selena said, that's good, John. Post checks should happen regularly. Right. So you should be checking regularly on the pulse of the relationship.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm just go ahead, y'all say something. Y'all got me right.
Listen, it's very important. The boundaries are very important. I just don't know if people really take into consideration, especially when you're going through marital counseling. These are scenarios that you got to prepare for. You got to start gauging this stuff up front. You got to be preemptive, preemptive with how the relationship is going to flow. Because listen, one wrong thing said to mama or wrong thing said to wifey, ultimately, as a guy, you're going to lose out some kind of way.
Because our wifey got to say is, I tell you what, I bet if I'm getting another front seat, I bet you won't be getting up in this seat.
Speaking of seats, I know one seat you won't be seeing no more. All right, Mika said respect is what is needed and missing in that situation. Put them both in the back seat and drive home. Now, but that sounds good, but mama ain't gonna just let you. Mama ain't gonna let you pull right to be like, hey, mama, get in the back seat. Oh, come on now, man.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with that scenario. you sit up there and tell your mama. Now the wife might get in the back, you know, just to keep the commotion down. You know, she may do it, but the mama gonna clown and be like, "Nah, just leave me here on the curb. Then you make me jump out this car. I'm finna stay right here. I'll call me a cab or whatever." You know,
now
that
you making me walk with my bad heart. You know my heart bad.
Oh,
and you know my arthritis been acting up. And you gonna put me out and make me sit there? Right.
But I just
let me get back. The pastor says, if the husband recognizes that his mother is disrespecting his wife, he needs to protect his wife. Genesis 2:24. He gave you scriptural reference.
That's what I had said. That's what I use.
Look it up. Right.
Yeah.
That first responsibility, really, the first responsibility is to their wife. But do we get an understanding with the wife so that the mother can chill out? All right, so Brittany says, then call an Uber, mama.
Y'all need to do something with Brittany. What y'all need to do?
Hey, Thanksgiving dinner ain't gonna be the same no more. I'm telling you.
Brittany gangsta on the cool. She ain't really saying what she want to say, but she's saying what she want to say.
Well, she also said that she wasn't gonna be the one to get her. Mom won't catch her out of character. She was gonna let her make it. She was gonna deal with
right,
her.
exactly.
And I know she was gonna deal with him. But you just wait till we get to the house.
Oh man, you already know. You already know it.
Yeah.
All right. So Fred says, sounds like selfishness on the mom and wife's part. If the love for the son, husband is the main priority, the fight would be over the back seat. But maybe that's just me, right? They should love the son enough. Man, it ain't about loving the son. Hey, when there's another woman around, we are animals. It's all about posturing and showing dominance.
Right.
That dominance, right? But the person who can back off the dominance and say, "Oh, you can have it because I got everything else," so you can have a front seat. But that takes work. Man, there we go.
Time flew by, didn't it?
Time flew by, man. Time flew by. All right.
Good conversation.
Final thoughts. Mr. Burns.
So my final thoughts. Pastor Finsway, he came in at the right time with his statement, man. You know, that's your wife, so you're not gonna let anybody disrespect her. Even your mother, even your mother. They're gonna fight for position. They're gonna fight for position, but you, as that husband, as that man, you have to be there and you have to correct it all. You have to speak with your mom, let your mom know where she lies in this, because it's still a relationship. It's a relationship with your mom, and you're in this marriage with your wife. You have to check the whole situation. Other than that, you're gonna be by yourself or sleeping in the doghouse on the couch, and you're gonna be a lonely man. So you either, I know you don't want to sleep with your mama, so you better get yourself together, and put it all in order. Get your mom right. Bottom line.
Absolutely. It's Yogi.
All right, so on this final thought, Pastor Sam, you was we appreciate you, but we didn't really need you to get no scripture because I had already did that. But what I want to say is, when you don't take care of stuff at home, it generally follows you out to the street. This was something that should have been handled in the house, and there were also signs that this was happening. A lot of times we don't do nothing when we see the signs and we don't pay attention to them because we think they're going to take care of themselves. They don't. They spill out into the street, and you wind up on Facebook where we can talk about it. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to the signs, guys. Get the help when you need it, and don't be afraid to have those difficult conversations. God bless.
Well, now it's time for first and foremost, marriages are not easy. They're not for the weak at heart because there's a lot of work involved in being married. There's a lot of work in making sure that your wife knows she is valued, she is loved. There's a lot of work in making sure everybody knows where they stand with you. But when it comes to the marriage, the wife is number one. And you have to put notice out to everybody else that wife is number one. But one thing about the husband, we set the temperature in the house, but the wife lets us know whether it's hot or cold. So men, you have to understand who you are in that marriage, who you are in that relationship. Let's be preemptive about problems, situations, and that goes from relationships to finances to everything. As a man, we have to think ahead. We have to be upfront about everything that goes on and deal with things heads on. You got big shoulders, you got broad shoulders for a reason, because you can carry certain things. You're built to carry the weight of the house. So let's carry it so that everything can play out the way it needs to play out. And everybody understands where everybody stands and they're good with it. They're comfortable with it, because you as a man have let everybody know that no matter what happens, I'm going to handle it. And that is my final thoughts for this week.
Woo, boy.
There we go. Another one in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Hey,
it's a good job, brother.
Appreciate
Hey man,
y'all, fellas. Did I teach you that? Absolutely, definitely. Well, we thank everybody for joining us. Please go check out our Man Talk Monday page on Facebook. Also, podcast. You can catch us on Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're still working on some other platforms, so you can catch this not just on Mondays, but throughout the week as well. So check your local podcast, whatever one you like to use. You can check us out there too as well.